Okay. I think we're live. Yay. Okay, I got the camera set. Hello, 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 everybody out there in YouTube land. Barb here from Sheridan, Wyoming, and we are live on a Thursday night, my regular Thursday night live. I am hoping that we have good reception. We've had a lot of rain, like a lot of places have. And I find that when there's a lot of rain around here, my internet, it comes and goes. And it's pretty frustrating when it goes. So we're going to hope that it stays good and that we can actually do this tonight. So I hope everyone's having a great day. I am so excited. Today, my husband came home for lunch and he said, "Hey, maybe we should go out to dinner tonight." You don't have to say that to me more than one time. We're out of here. So I am super excited to not be cooking tonight because, of course, at that point in time, I had no idea what I was going to make. Because let's be honest, I don't know what I'm going to make for dinner until it's actually dinner time. Oh my gosh, I just choked on some spit. How embarrassing. So anyway, I'm really excited. So that means I have to do tonight's live fairly quickly. Also, I need to do it quickly because if you guys are Stamp Happy Academy members, I'm still choking on my spit. Good Lord. Wow, that was terrible. If you guys are Stamp Happy Academy members, Kelly is going to be live as soon as I'm done here. So as soon as I'm done, race to the Stamp Happy Academy website, click on the live, get the link, and start watching Kelly at 6 o'clock. Patricia wants to know where we're going out to eat. Well, Patricia, we live in a very small town, and there's not very many options, so we're probably going to go to Perkins. Those of you that don't know what a Perkins is, it's kind of like a country kitchen or it's just like a family restaurant where you go in, the menu has everything on it, everything you can imagine, chicken, steak, salad, just whatever. So, I mean, it's just nothing spectacular, but I don't have to cook it and I don't have to clean up the mess. So I'm so excited. So, yeah. So I couldn't believe that he actually said, let's go out to eat. Because, I mean, he literally never says that. He does not like to go out to eat. It's like a Denny's, exactly. He likes to have home cooked food. And while, I get it, it's boring. And I hate it. It's the literal bane of my existence. Oh, Bonnie, I wish it was like a Cracker Barrel. Cracker Barrel, in my opinion, is much better. Yes, they have a Cracker Barrel in Billings, Montana, which is about 2 hours from here. And when I lived there, my mom and I would go out to eat every Wednesday night, and we would go to Cracker Barrel because we both loved it so much. So, yeah. There's no occasion. That's the thing. Maybe he just felt bad for me because I've been kind of crazy busy. I had a big stamp sale this weekend, got rid of some stuff, still have a ton of stuff left that I've got to figure out what to do with it. So I was very busy doing that. I complain every day about hating making dinner. So I don't know, maybe, who knows why he decided to go out. It's his last night of his work week. He works 4 days in a row. He works 4 tens. So today would be his Friday. So, I mean, who knows why he said, let's go out to eat, but, I'm not questioning it. I'm not complaining. I'm just going to go. So there you have it. So I'm pretty excited. My daughter is doing really, really well down in Denver. This is her second week. And somebody last week commented on my video because I was talking about how I was a little concerned for her safety. Because, I mean, Denver is quite a large city compared to, the population of Denver is like probably 5 times the population of the entire state of Wyoming. So I was a little concerned. And I had a gal message me who is from Casper, what's also in Wyoming. And her daughter graduated from the University of Wyoming, which my daughter will be next year. And her daughter moved to Denver a number of years ago and is getting a master's, I believe, she said, and lives downtown, uses public transportation, loves it, and is not scared. And there's nothing creepy about where she lives and where she goes. So that really made me feel good. So there you go. Patricia's, I cook every night, so I fully understand. It is nice to go out now and then. because I don't know about you guys. I only have a rotation of about, I don't know, 15 meals. My number one, I don't like to try new things. I don't like to try new recipes because if they're a failure, then it's a failure. My boys do not like to eat anything but basically meat. So, and my husband won't eat chicken. There's a whole story about why my husband won't eat chicken, and I don't have time to tell you tonight, but I'm sure I'll tell you sometime. So we never have chicken, unless he's working nights, and then my son and I will have some chicken. So it's meat, and they don't like vegetables. Okay, let's just clarify that. They say that they'll eat vegetables because they'll eat corn and potatoes. I don't necessarily consider those to be vegetables. I mean, they are, but they're not. I mean, when I say vegetables, I think, like tomatoes and carrots and lettuce and peppers and onions and things like that, cucumbers. To me, that's a vegetable. They won't eat any of that. So it's very boring to cook for them. So there you go. But anyways, I'm excited. So yay. Okay, I am going to flip the camera because nobody's doing anything fun. I mean, there's nothing going on. We're building a deck. Oh, we do have 2 tiny little baby rabbits. They live under our front deck, and they're just fit in your hand. They're just so cute. I think they're like brother and sister, or sisters or brothers, twins, whatever. We usually have, 1 or 2 that are around, but these are like together. And they're so cute, and we can watch them from our bedroom window because the deck is right outside, and then the grass is right there, and they'll come out from under the deck, and then they'll sit there and they'll eat my husband's grass, which really makes him mad, which is kind of funny because he's a big grass guy. So the rabbits, they'll just sit in one spot and they just eat the grass down to the dirt, and then they'll kind of turn their little bodies and they'll so they just, but they're so cute. Oh my gosh. So I just love going up there and wasting time and watching the baby rabbits. And then there's one that's really skittish and one that's not as skittish. Because it's like they'll be sitting there doing whatever, and then all of a sudden the one will like start to like freak out. And then it'll turn, and then it'll run back under the deck. It's hilarious. And then the other one's just kind of like, what? Because there's literally nothing. Maybe it was like a leaf blowing in the wind, or maybe one of the neighbors opened up their door or something like that. Anyway. They're so cute, but I know that they can be super annoying and very detrimental to gardens. But I love this time of year because there's always at least one that's kind of hanging around our house, and we can watch them from inside, and they're so stinking cute. So anyways, there you go. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera, and then we're going to do some stamping, and then we'll have some more chatting, I'm sure. Who knows what we'll chat about. But since my son's not doing anything funny, and my daughter is just working and enjoying life down in Denver. So yeah. Okay, get the glasses on so we can see what we're doing. I got to put the thing on the phone so I can make sure that it's level, because I like things to be level. And let me get rid of my phone stand, and we are ready, you guys. So I hope everyone is having a fantastic week. I hope the weather's not too horrible where you are. I know it's pretty bad in some places, and I hope that it's not where you are. All right. I'm just going to check the comments real quick here and just see if there's anything that, and sometimes you guys ask me questions, and I am so terrible about looking through the comments and seeing if, there's anything that I need to answer or whatever. So anyway, I don't see anything that's super important. You guys are chatting amongst each other, which is fantastic. So anyways, I'm sure you guys are all aware of Mary's wanting to know, did everyone place an order yesterday? I did. I placed 2 orders, actually, one in the morning and then one right before bedtime, because I figured there were some more things I needed. I'm running an in color club right now, and so I do need the products for that. And I thought, well, why would I not get them now when I can get free shipping on them? So that was pretty amazing. And then, of course, I'm always running my classes, and yeah, I mean, there's always things I need. So I did too. So there you go. Okay, so the starter kit. If you join Stampin' Up! In the month of June, you get $155 of product for only $99. And if you don't have the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, or you don't have all the new colors, and you aren't already a demonstrator, then you should absolutely join, and you should join with me, of course, because I'm amazing. You should join and get those things in your starter kit. So you could get $155 worth of stuff like the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine plus like $27 of more stuff for only $99, and you don't pay shipping on that either. It's just $99 plus tax if there's tax where you live. So it's definitely something you should consider. And I would love to have you on my team if you are so inclined, and we just have a ton of fun. And everybody gets a basic Stamp Happy Academy membership for free once they have placed their first order as a demonstrator. So there you go. All right. The Designer Series paper sale is still going on, 15% off of most of our papers. I think the only ones that aren't really on sale are the color collections, like, you know, the brights or the subtles or the in colors, and of course, any of the specialty papers. But I think everything else is 15% off. That's through the end of the month. I think there's a couple that are unavailable right now because they kind of sold out, but there's still plenty more. So, all right. Ooh, my class for the month is the Wanted to Say class. And I am using the Wanted to Say dies in this class. And that's it. I'm not using any stamps. I'm only using dies. And this is a die set. There's a lot of standalone die sets in the back of the catalog. And this is one of them. And I have done my 4 amazing cards. I did one last week on the live, so you guys could see one of the cards in the class. And it's really cool. And there's just so many fun dies in here. So each sentiment has the detailed piece and then the layering piece. And then we also have a bow and a present, a stem and a flower, some hearts and some stars. So I kind of was a little challenge to myself to not use any stamps in the cards, and I have to say that they are pretty amazing. Let me just share them with you. So this is the one that I made last week for you guys using the Feel Better Soon sentiment, the little hearts, and then the flower and the stem. This is another one here using the You're Too Kind sentiment, and then the flower. And then we have a fantastic inside. Here's another one, and look at all these color combinations that I came up with, you guys. Aren't they fun? Because we're using the in color paper with the class. And so I tried to come up with some color combinations that were really fun. So this is another one, the happy birthday card. And look at that, to you. Fantastic. And then finally, this fun multicolored kind of manly card. This really screams a guy card to me. So yeah, so these are fun. So I hope you guys like those. If you're interested in getting the class, the link is in the description of the video. So be sure to get that. I think I'm over halfway sold. So I only make so many kits, and when they're gone, they're gone. So if it's something you're interested in, definitely sign up for it. You can add the dies if you don't have them. And yeah, there you go. All right, Zany Zoo is our online class for the month, and I'm going to do a super cute card for you guys today. It's not in the class, but it's a card you could make with the Zany Zoo bundle and, of course, the papers and whatnot. So this is our online class that we do together, and this will be done at the end of next week. I was looking through all my class kits that I have in my other room while I was getting all my stuff together for my big sale, and I have some extra Around the Bend class kits. I think I have 5, and I have some extra Country Bouquet. I think I also have 5 of those. I have the Best Butterflies and something else. So I've got some kits. If you guys are into that, you can go to my store at barbstamps.com/shop, and you can scroll through and see all of the class kits that I still have available. Some of them are on sale, some of them aren't. But yeah, just make sure you check that out. And if you're not interested in a kit, you can get the PDF files for all the classes that way too. All right, adhesive kits. I always have these for sale, you guys. Not just when I'm doing my videos, but all the time. They all come in these amazing rainbow pouches with a cute little zipper pull. You get glue dots and black dimensionals and white dimensionals and a liquid glue, and you get a seal adhesive and the tear and tape adhesive and a ruler and an adhesive eraser and a sand eraser to fix those ink mistakes. Lots of goodies in this little bag. Very portable if you like to take it to crops and whatnot. So there you go. And as I mentioned, Kelly's going to be live in about 45 minutes on Stamp Happy Academy. I should be done with my live by then, heading out the door to go have dinner. Yay! And so if you guys aren't members of Stamp Happy Academy, you absolutely should be. There's a number of you girls that are on here tonight that'll tell everyone else how amazing it is and that you should definitely do it, because you get all three of us. You get Dina, Kelly, and I. You get every one of our online classes, PDF files. If you want to buy the kit, you can. You get 3 live classes every month, and it's just amazing. So there you go. All right. So that is all the goodies. Oh, I did want to say, I've really been interested in our standalone die sets, like the Wanted to Say dies that I mentioned earlier. That's my class for this month. We also have, this is the Gorgeous Garden dies. Now, these are die sets in the back that don't necessarily have stamp sets that go with them. They're not bundled, but they are amazing nonetheless. Now, I just got like 5 die sets in because I should have waited until I got free shipping, but you know, you order when you need to order. So anyway, so I've got a bunch of them. I got that one. I got this one here. This is the Petal Patterns, another super cute set of dies. I can hardly wait to check these out. This one looks like it has like some stitching in it. And oh my gosh, I'm just so excited. And so, yeah, they're fantastic. And then the doily, it also has a folder that goes with it, so you can die cut and emboss a doily at the same time. I haven't even used it yet, as you can tell. Like I said, I just got these in, I think it was Tuesday. I got them in Tuesday. So yeah. And I also got another set of dies, the Paper Florist dies that we're actually going to be using today. So this was another one of the standalone die sets that I got. So I'll share with you guys a fun project using them. So there you go. Okay, so I am going to do something with the Zany Zoo bundle. So the Zany Zoo bundle is this super cute stamp set. It looks like it's more like for kids, but I feel like you could use it for anyone. Like I could see me sending one of my girlfriends this or this. My brother would laugh his head off to get a card made with this crocodile. So I feel like it doesn't have to be just for kids. It can be for adults too. And then, of course, the die set, you get a lot of little extras. Of course, you get dies to cut all the animals out, but then you get like a curtain for like a stage show. There's a little banner piece, a couple of trees. There's a little tiny flower pot and a little flower. There is a balloon. There's a cloud. Actually, there's 2 balloons, a cloud, 2 different size flowers, a little stool that somebody can stand on or sit on. There's just a lot of things in here. So I wanted to use this. I'm also going to pull out this kind of strip die from the beautiful balloons bundle, or die set anyway, and we're going to make grass using this die. So that should be kind of fun. Okay, so let me get my papers out here. All right, so I started out with a piece of Pool Party, and this measures 4 1/4 by 6 1/2. And then I scored it at 1 inch, and I'm going to fold that up. So now I've got a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch standard size card. All right, then I have a piece of Lemon Lime Twist, which is 4 by 5 1/4. There we go. We're going to slide that in there. I have another layer of white, or not another layer, a layer of white that is 3 3/4 by 5. I've got a piece of the Designer Series paper that's 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And a scrap of white. And then here is my piece of Lemon Lime Twist that I did run through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with that cool little die from the balloons. So we're going to make grass out of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it into my trimmer. And I'm going to put it in here at about 3/4 of an inch. Now, this is a handy little trimmer, and I realize that Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell this, but Amazon has one that is, to me, it looks exactly like this. It's just a different color. And I do have a link to that in the description of this video. So if you guys are in the market for one of these little photo trimmers, they're amazing. You won't be sorry if you have one. You can get it via the link in the description. So anyways, this was an inch piece of cardstock. I put the die in the middle, ran it through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and now I'm lining the edge up at the 3/4 inch mark, and I'm going to chop that off. Okay, so now what I have left is this fun fringe. Well, I only need it to be 4 inches wide because we're going to stick it on this little front panel here. So I'm going to stick it in and chop it off at 4 inches. And so this is what we're left with. Now, I did want it to look a little more fun than just like this. This is kind of boring. So I decided to snip some of these pieces of grass, quote unquote grass, off. And I'm doing them in opposite directions. Like I'm skipping 2, I'm going to the 3rd one, and I'm angling it, you know, the different directions. So I'm going to skip 2, go to this 3rd one here and do that. Skip 2, go to the 3rd one, and I'm going to do that all the way along the whole thing until I have the whole thing done. So you can see that I've just angled the pieces different directions, and so they look a little more realistic, I guess, like kind of. And then you can also take your bone folder if you want, and you can kind of curl some of the pieces of grass. And I like to sometimes go back and forth so that I have the grass going both directions. It just kind of gives it a little more, I guess, realistic look again. Not like this really looks like grass, but it will look a little bit like some grass. Okay, so first of all, what I need to do is I need to get all my pieces inside of the card. So this one here, like I said, it was 4 1/4 by, what did I say, 5 1/2. I need to, or 3 3/4. I lied. It's 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch. And I'm going to fold this back behind my layer. So we're going to fold that back. I need a bone folder. There we go. And so this white layer is going to be basically the same size as this piece here. So I'm going to attach this to the back of my white layer. So let me get a little glue here on this little strip. There we go. Jog my pieces together and get that down. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this white layer to my layer of lemon lime twist. So let's get some glue back here. And then we're going to attach this to this. And we should have just the perfect amount of spacing here, about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. Okay. And then we're going to add this to the inside of the card. So we'll get some more glue here. And then we're going to layer this right here. Again, and since we're going to have this piece folded up, we don't have to have down here perfect, as long as the rest of them are. Okay, so then I'm going to open this and I'm going to fold this up and I'm going to staple this right here. So I've got a stapler. I'm going to try to get it in the middle, and I'm going to try to do it upside down, and I'll show you why. So let's just make sure we can get this in the middle. Got a bad angle. I need to be able to see what I'm doing. Plus, make sure that it's in the middle. So I'm going to scoot it over just a little. I'm looking in my camera view to make sure that this is in the middle, and I think that it is. And I'll show you where I put the staple as soon as I get this done. So there's where I put the staple. And now I have it on the front, and that way we're going to cover it up with the grass. But I also like to take a little hammer and flatten my staple down so that it's not bumping. It's just not bumpy, if that makes any sense at all. We don't want a bumpy staple because then it's just going to be in the way and look bad. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue to the edge of my grass piece. And now we're going to bring it here and we're going to cover up our staple. And I tried to be a little sparing with the glue, so hopefully it wouldn't come and squirt through, you know, there. So now what we have is we've created like a little fun fold kind of thing like this. And I feel like this might be a little bit too long, so I'm going to trim that off just a skosh. Let's just see. how far we have to put it. Yep, I think that was all, just a tiny little bit. So that's what we have so far. Cute, cute card. Okay, so now we're going to bring in some stamps. So I've got this cute little skunk. And now when I was kind of looking for ideas today for cards, I saw maybe 2 with the skunk. So apparently the skunk is not a card, not an image that people are really fond of. And I don't know why. It's so cute. And he goes so well with this paper. So anyway, we're going to ink him up. Stamp him on a scrap of white. We're going to let that dry for a second. And then I'm going to do something on the inside here. So you might be able to tell that I have taken the little raccoon and I masked off the balloons. So I have some Scotch tape here. You can see I've got a bunch of little pieces here, but I just want the balloons, okay? Because I want to stamp them on the inside of the card, but without the raccoon itself. So I'm going to ink up the balloons now. And then, of course, the most important thing about when you're masking stuff is to remove the tape. And then I'm going to stamp these about here, I think. Well, I could have had a little more there, but you know what? I am fine with it. Now let me get rid of this tape, because that is also very important. And I couldn't get it off my hand, so make sure I don't have any ink on my hands. Okay. And then I have this little phrase that says, "Happy birthday to you." And I'm going to set this right here next to my balloons. There we go. And then we can color those balloons in along with our little skunky friend. So I've got some colors of blends here. So I've got the black. So we're going to color our little friend black. So I'm going to start with the dark black. And I just kind of wanted to create a little shading. And you guys know I am not a very good colorer. Coloring is not my strong suit. I am not very good at it. So just bear with me and we'll see what we can do here. So I put the super dark in the middle, kind of like where the belly would be. And I'm going to try to kind of blend that out a little. And then we're going to do his little legs. And then we're going to kind of finish the rest of his body here. Arm. And now when I am coloring, when I'm live, I can't see as well because I can't have my head directly on top of what I'm coloring. So 9 times out of 10, when I'm coloring live, it's not good. But we'll see. We're going to try. So we're going to get this whole part of his tail black. And then I kind of didn't like just leaving the rest of him white. Like, you know, of course, his stripe would definitely be white. But I didn't like leaving it white. I felt like it was too white. So I decided to bring in the light smoky slate and color that just because. I just felt like it looked a little bit better to have it be a little bit, have some color. Now, if I had something that was even a little lighter than this, I probably would have opted for that, but we don't, and that's totally fine. Okay, and then I have a pool party here. This is a dark pool party. I'm going to get this cute little bird that's sitting on his head. And then I'm also going to get that part of the binoculars. And I need my gray back again to get that part. And then these little toenails. I've got a petal pink because I kind of tried to incorporate the colors that were in the paper. So we've got the pool party, the petal pink. We've got lemon lime twist, but I didn't think a bird's beak should be lemon lime twist. So we're going with just plain old yellow. Of course, then you would die cut this, which I have already done. So let me get that out. So here is my die cut piece. And you can see it did lighten up a little bit as it dried. And I feel like this one will as well. So this was our die cut piece. I also die cut some other things. This is not a die cut. This is a 2-inch circle. And then I die cut a cloud and a couple of trees. I die cut these tiny flowers, but I don't think I'm going to end up using them. So, but I am going to, while I have my markers out, I am going to color these balloons. And I think I'll do both of these pool party. Ooh, I feel like my dark pool party marker is all of a sudden not very inky. Like I might need to replace them. Too bad I didn't know about that yesterday, right? Or I guess it's possible that I do have another set already here. Sometimes I do that. Oh, I do. Looking at my excess Stampin' Blends, I do. Okay, so we've colored the balloons on the inside. We've got our grass on the outside. So this is my thought. I have this little circle. I'm going to glue it underneath my grass here. And then I'm going to put my little skunk friend right here. And of course, he's going to have some trees around him because he's an explorer. He's out exploring the wilderness. And then we're also going to have a cloud. So let me kind of set up this whole thing. We'll glue all these pieces down. And then we should be just about done. Actually, you know what? No, I am going to glue him down because he's got to go under the grass. I was going to use dimensionals, but I feel like I can't because if I do, then it won't fit underneath the grass very well, and we need it to fit under the grass. Okay, so this little tree here, I'm going to add a little glue to the side, and I'm going to put that just on the edge of him so that I can, what was I just going to say? Oh, trim some of that off. And I'm going to cut off some of this tree, add a little bit of glue, and we'll tuck that down here so he really appears to be in the forest. And then a little bit of glue on our little cloud piece here. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay. And I am going to trim this excess off because I want my circles to still be a circle. Okay, there we go. And then we're just going to tuck that in. So I'm just going to put, let's see. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right down here at the bottom of this circle. I probably could put a tiny bit more, but I want to make sure that it'll go underneath my grass. Whoops, we got to pick up our grass a little bit here. Okay, we're going to stick that down. We're going to fluff up the grass a little bit, and look what we have. Oh my gosh, is that not the cutest thing ever? Now, I do have some ribbon and some gems, but I just don't know if either of these things is necessary. I mean, I don't know. I mean, if it's for like my brother, he probably isn't going to want any sparkly gems on it, but I'm going to pull one off just to see what it looks like. And then if it looks terrible, then we just won't leave it. And I kind of feel like it is because it just seems like it's not necessary to have sparkly gems on a card that I'm going to give to my brother. I mean, I guess we could though, because those are kind of cute, aren't they? Okay, anyway, we're going to try it. We're going to do one there. I guess that's not terrible. They're kind of subtle. And again, oh my gosh, you guys, this just makes me so happy. So anyways, there is card number 1 of the 2 cards that I'm going to make for you guys tonight, since I need to go out to dinner. Yay me. Okay, let me get rid of some of these items out of the way, and then we will do our second fun card. Okay. Oh my gosh, I just about lost one of my balloon dies. All right, so remember that I do have a Zany Zoo class available, and the cards in it are super cute. And then, of course, you'd have this extra idea to make with the set. So there you go. Okay, let me get this bucket out of the way. and bring in the second bucket. So like I said, I wanted to use some more of the Standalone dies. And when I say Standalone, again, what I mean is in the back of the catalog in the dies section. Let me just grab my catalog. In the dies section here are all the dies that are, well, they're not all standalone, but a lot of them are no longer bundled with stamp sets. Like the Dainty Delight had a coordinating stamp set, but it's not bundled anymore. So these are all individual sets of dies that you can purchase. Now, looking at the dies, if they have an N next to it, that means it's a new set. So we've got the Brilliant Backgrounds, the doily here that I just got. And what else did I just get? I just got the Paper Florist and the patchwork pieces and the petal patterns. I also have the Nested Essentials. I just got the Gorgeous Garden. Anyways, all of these single sets that I'm kind of pointing at are sets that are not bundled, okay? All these die sets that have an N next to them in the back are not bundled. It means they don't have a coordinating stamp set. So, of course, they can be used with anything. And so I have two of those here. I have the Paper Florist dies and the Patchwork Pieces dies. Now, I was inspired by a color combination that I saw today online to make this card. So what I did was I took the Patchwork Pieces and I took this fun kind of puzzle die and I cut it out of 5 different colors. I cut it out of Coastal Cabana, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, and Lemon Lime Twist, and Berry Burst. Okay, so I cut every piece of cardstock out of those colors. I also cut a ton of dies, some flowers. The flowers are black, and then the flower middles I did in these same coordinating colors. So what we're going to do is we're going to get a layer of black, and this is going to be like a quarter sheet of cardstock here, this black piece. And we're going to put these dies together. So we're going to take one of each and we're going to put them together the way that they are on the die. So like here's the die. So we're going to start with this corner here and I'm just going to take a piece. So I'm going to start with the Coastal Cabana and I'm going to just add some liquid glue to this piece. And then I'm going to stick it on my black layer, trying to put it in the corner as best I can. All right. And then our next piece, we are going to pull out the, we'll just go, they're in order like this. We're just going to do these. So we're going to go Poppy Parade. And so I'm just going to add glue to this. And what I had envisioned as I was putting this together was kind of a retro, groovy-ish, kind of like 1970s theme, I guess. So I'm trying to leave a super skinny line of black in between each color. That's kind of what my hope is. You know what? I kind of feel like I need to move these around and maybe go with the Lemon Lime Twist next. So let me get this one done. Try to remember to get your glue down into the corners. Try not to squirt it out a ton because, of course, you don't want it to, wait a minute, what am I doing? Yeah, that was right. Squish out. So, and now the dies aren't really designed to be apart. So just do your best. I think they're more designed to be like butted up against each other, but that's not how I wanted it to be. All right, so then we're going to go with the Pumpkin Pie. And then we will go with the Berry Burst. Okay. And we're going to scooch. Whoops, I got some glue that I didn't want there. That's okay. We're just going to wipe that right off with our finger. Okay. And then the Berry Burst is going to be this little piece here at the bottom. So since I've die cut all these pieces, I can literally make like 5 or 6 cards. And they can all be basically the same, but the patterns will be just in a little bit different order. Okay, so we'll get this one on. There we go. And then we're going to come back to the Coastal Cabana and get this little strip here, the final piece. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to try our best to trim all the excess black off to create our layer. Okay, so we're going to tuck this up here, and you can sort of see that this doesn't really want to leave a little space, but we're going to make it. Okay, so here we have this kind of cool. And let me get my trimmer in here. So I'm going to try now to just kind of cut this off. Well, and maybe I'll start up here a little. Try to cut off some of the black. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. It's just kind of a 70s, 80s, kind of a groovy, sort of psychedelic pattern. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of maybe like, you know, a poster I might have had in my bedroom or something like that. I don't know. And I'm going to try this a little bit more. I feel like I cut off too much on the one side, and it's not easy to get it perfect. So just don't, you know. Yes, the Partridge Family bus. That is a perfect example of what this is. And do we have a troll? I see something or somebody with the name of AM just saying hey, and that kind of makes me think troll. If it is, we'll get rid of it. Okay, so there we have what we kind of feel like is our partridge bus. Oh, okay, maybe it's not a troll. Okay, sorry. When you don't have a real name up there, sometimes I get a little skittish. I've had trolls on here before, and they can be, well, vulgar and rude and other things like that. So, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, but sometimes we have to be careful. Okay, so we're going to use a white card base. So this piece ends up being somewhere along the lines of about 3 1/4 by 4 1/2 or 4 3/4, excuse me. So when I stick it on here, it seems like it doesn't have enough on the sides. So I decided to cut a piece of cardstock that wasn't exactly, just to kind of take up some of that space on the side. Maybe it needs it, maybe it doesn't. Anywho, so that's kind of what I had in mind. So I'm going to turn it like this. And then here was my plan. I just have some flowers that I cut out of the paper florist dies. Here's my little metal tray. So I cut this die out of black and this die out of black. And then there's these fun little flower middle pieces that I cut out of just multiple colors. So I have a bunch of flowers here and just random things that we're going to kind of throw together. So we're going to start by just putting a little dot in the middle. And there we go. I thought this was kind of an interesting combination. Like that. And then this one, you can see I've already taken my bone folder and kind of pulled the leaves up. And I'm going to do the same thing with this little guy here. Okay. And we'll add a little glue here. And put that. And these flowers, I mean, they're kind of cool too. Now, I've seen some really beautiful things created with these flowers. But I've also seen just like what I'm doing here, where I'm just trying to make it kind of groovy, you know, kind of Austin Powers-ish, if you will. If you guys are know what that is, that funny Mike Myers show, kind of makes me chuckle. Okay, there we go. And then I have one that's kind of already done. So I've got some leaves. So I cut this leaf out of green. And then I just kind of cut all the leaves off and I kind of put them behind there. And then I added a berry burst flower middle with a mini dimensional. So we're going to do that again. Let's see. So I'm going to kind of put the flowers down here, just kind of wherever. And I do have some more leaves cut. So here's 2 more that I already cut apart and put together with a glue dot. So I'm going to add those to the back of another one of these flowers. I need a glue dot. Where are you, glue dots? Okay. Ooh, I can hear my husband home. Yay, it's almost time to eat some food that I didn't have to cook. Okay, so maybe we'll do that. I'll just stick it on the end because I don't know. And then I think we're going to go with a pumpkin pie middle. So we'll bring in a mini dimensional and we'll add a little thing there. Okay, and then we have our big one. I do have, where's my leaf piece? Here it is. Here's another little leaf piece. Margine says hello from the bottom of Wyoming. Hello, Margine. I think Margine is in Green River, Wyoming, which is close to the bottom of Wyoming. Yes, these are the paper florist dies, and this may not be a way that you've seen them used yet. I just kind of thought it was fun to make them kind of groovy. Okay, so we have a razzleberry. I think we're going to go with a coastal cabana. I kind of feel like we got to have a coastal cabana in there. Diana says, Barb, you're gonna Kelly. I don't know what that means. Diana, please elaborate. Okay, so we are going to add our little flowers here somewhere in the bottom. And we're also needing a small sentiment. So what I found was a fun set. What did I just do with it? It's called Just My Type. Oh, here we go. It's called Just My Type. I just got this also before free shipping day, and there's a little tiny For You sentiment in here. So I cut a 3/8 inch strip. A quarter is too small, half is too big. So I cut a 3/8 inch strip. Oh, no, you're not going to miss Kelly because I'm just about done. So if you're a Stamp Happy Academy person, Kelly will be live in about 15 minutes, and I'll be done by then. So you can watch us both. Okay, so we have our little For You. Oh, I'm going to miss Kelly. Yes, I am going to miss Kelly, but I'm a Stamp Happy Academy member, so I can watch the replay. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to flag the end here. All right, so now I need to figure out where I want to put my flowers for sure. And I feel like I kind of want, you know what? I probably shouldn't have put the green there because now my leaves, you can't really see the leaves because they're in the green. I wonder if I flip this around, would that make any difference? If we did this instead. Not really. But you know what else? I have another piece. This is actually the one I was going to use today. So I could use this, but we'll make this work. All right, so I'm just gonna go with it. We're just gonna go with it and we're gonna just make it work. So we are gonna put our big flower right here, right there. Okay, and then we have our 2 smaller ones. I kind of feel like we're gonna have to stick this one here and maybe this one here. Maybe a little higher. Okay, so we'll add a little glue to that. And we'll stick that up here so that the leaves go in the poppy parade area. And then we'll add some here, and we'll have our leaves kind of hit the pumpkin pie space. Maybe I need to move that up just a skosh. Okay, and then my little For You, I'm just going to tuck under this large leaf here. Something like that. If we roll that up a little bit. How is that? I think that's what we're going to do. And we're just going to tuck that under. And then we have our little sentiment on there. Oh my gosh, so fun. Okay, we're going to add this to this. And you can see my black lines are not even, but you know what? I don't think it really matters that much. I think it's okay. because there's so much going on that I don't think anyone's going to say, oh my goodness, you did not put that together very well. I wouldn't. Okay. And then we'll add this to the front. And I struggled with whether I should use white or crumb cake, but I kind of felt like the white made it a little more groovy. You know what I mean? Crumb cake kind of made it less groovy, and I didn't want it to be less groovy. I wanted it to be totally groovy. So, I do have another flower around here somewhere. Oh, it's on the floor. Oops. So I have another flower here, and I'm going to put, no, we need a small. So I'm just going to put this on the inside. Oh, wait a minute. Where is my, oh, here's my flower. I was going to say, I thought I already put those together. I did. All right. Add a little glue. Put this little Poppy Parade flower middle in there. And then we can just add it to the, oh goodness, that did not stay. I obviously did not put enough glue. Oh no, that might be too much. We went from one extreme to the other. Too much glue, not enough glue. All right, let me rub my finger to get this glue off. Okay. And we're going to stick our flower here. And then I've still got all this glue on my hand. So if I stick one flower, if I did it about like that, I have another flower here. And I could put another flower middle, because I got a whole tray full of flower middles here. I kind of want to use the lemon lime twist, because to me, lemon lime twist screams groovy. Okay. And then maybe we'll just kind of do something like that. Ooh, you know what we could do? I have one more, and I could stick it on there, and then we could just trim it off. Don't be afraid to be random. So if we stick that on, and we add a little glue, and then we add a little flower middle, then we can trim off the excess, and then it will look even more random. Okay, and there it is. Groovy, man. So here's our groovy card. And then here is our adorable little Zany Zoo card. Don't forget that I have my classes of the month. Here is my wanted to say class cards. This, you can get the kit for this with the description, link in the description, along with my little paper trimmer. There's a link for that. And then of course, I'll try to put these somewhere because they're really cute and they should be shown somewhere else besides here. So anyways, I am off to have dinner with my husband and my son, and you guys head over to Stamp Happy Academy and watch Kelly in about 10 minutes. So I will see you guys back here next week. Hope you have a fantastic week, and I will see you later, guys. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.